Hey all. First off, Happy New Year. Not gonna do any music today, but we're gonna do another challenge because I sort of have claimed to my wife that, and I believe have proven that I can look at pictures of Led Zeppelin and tell you, well, I'll tell you as much as I can about the picture.
Because when we were first dating, you had this was a million years ago. You had
it was 30 years ago. It wasn't a million years ago.
You had in your bedroom.
Yes.
That I only saw chaperoned. You had in your bedroom. Every inch of space was covered in mostly Led Zeppelin posters, and you used to like look at one and say, "That's such and such show," and they're playing this song, and
it worked.
I thought that was insane. So here we go.
So we're gonna try to. She picks out some pictures online. She doesn't really know much. You don't know much about Led Zeppelin. But I'm gonna look at the picture and tell you everything I can tell you about the picture. Maybe when, where, what song are they playing, whatever.
And this video will also test my editing skills because you will see the picture as well.
Yeah, right, exactly. So you'll be able to see what I'm talking about.
Because of technology.
All goes because technology.
Because technology.
Okay, so the first one, ready, go. That is okay. That's their very first gig. I love it because of the ridiculousness of what John Paul Jones is wearing. But you can't really, I mean, maybe Dazed and Confused is what they're actually playing. Love the look on Plant's face, too. But Jimmy obviously is using the Dragon Telecaster. I hate that phrase, but the Dragon Tele. And that would be September 7th, 1968, at the Gladsaxe Club in Denmark, I believe. And the reason I know that, the reason that one is particularly meaningful, I was born on the 6th at 7:30 p.m., so UK time,
oh my God.
I was born on the 7th. I was born the day Led Zeppelin was born.
Oh.
Ha! Okay.
Wow.
That's it.
All right.
Next.
And we have no way of proving whether you're right or wrong.
Well, I'm going to be right, so there's no need to prove.
Oh.
There's no need to prove anything.
Cocky are we?
All right, obviously that's 77. Their chances, okay, they're doing Stairway to Heaven in that one. Probably all are one and one is all, that part probably. The reason to tell that, one, Jimmy's got the white Dragon outfit, that's 77. Jonesy's on the keyboards. He only used the double neck on Song Remains the Same and Sick Again to start the show, then brought it back for, this is on the 77 tour, then brought it back for Stairway to Heaven. If this were Song Remains the Same or Sick Again, Jonesy would be on bass, not on keyboards. Duh. So this has to be 77. Now the question is,
yes,
which 77 show is that?
I have another picture
My guess
that
is,
I think might be, well, it's obviously from the same tour, but
my guess, Bonzo's wearing the white shirt that had a fake tuxedo front on it. I think that would be LA Forum, June 77, I think.
And is this one the same tour?
That is the same tour.
Can't tell if it's the same show.
Probably not the same show. I'm going to say something like Cincinnati, and you can't really tell what song he's doing, although this might be like No Quarter or something later in the show. He's starting to sweat a little bit. You know, when you see him, he looks so fresh when you see pictures of the first couple of songs in the show.
He looks tired.
He looks a little worn out there.
Tired. So
yeah, 77, and hard to tell what song he's playing. I'm going to go with, though, he's got it selected on the neck pickup, so I'm going to go with No Quarter.
Selected? Oh, gotcha.
The selector switch.
Yeah, whatever. How about this one?
That's 1980. Hard to say what tune, maybe like Trample Underfoot or something. Can't tell if Bonham has his beard shaved in there. It's sort of covered up. But he had the beard for, I think, most of the tour except for the last date or two. But I'm going to go with like Rotterdam, June 1980.
How can we prove this, that you're right?
Well, you could do a right click on the picture and it might tell you where it came from. Well, this is a trick now, two pictures?
Well, I put 2 pictures because this one here, you can't really see what he's doing, so I didn't think you'd be able to know.
No, you can't.
What
the other one...
So I think it's obviously from the same tour, right?
Those are the same tour, and maybe the same show, but I don't think so. The big picture is probably Achilles' Last Stand. That's obviously 77. I believe it's Madison Square Garden, June 9th or 10th, 77. Madison Square Garden, probably Achilles' Last, the part when they go... that part maybe. Or the part where they go da 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 ah da da ah, when they would sort of jerk their heads back and forth together. The other one I think is Cincinnati, 77. Oh, that, go back.
Oh, hold on.
Got lost.
Tacoma.
Yeah, that one. You were on that one.
Yeah, so that's the same.
That's Pontiac Silverdome.
That's the same tour, though, right?
Same tour, 77. I think that's April 30th, 77. And since
how do you know this is crazy?
Why is that crazy? I've seen this picture 1,000 times.
How do you retain this information? If someone
important.
If someone told this to me, I would forget it in about 30 seconds.
You probably would, because your priorities are so screwed up. I'm guessing that is the end of the show with A Whole Lot of Love because of the flash pots. And that's probably A Whole Lot of Love, April 30th, 77, Pontiac Silverdome.
So you're saying I need to adjust my priorities?
I've said that since the first. That is Chicago, April 10th, 77. Not a look that has aged very well.
Can I ask a question? Did he only wear this outfit like once or twice? With the hat and everything?
Once.
See, I knew that.
He did wear a version of it at another show in 77, but he didn't have the hat on. He just sort of had the pants, the jodhpur pants. But that would be probably, I'm guessing that's Nobody's Fault But Mine, April 10th, 77. Guessing that because, one, see how his hat is sort of at a jaunty angle? Yeah. That's obviously posed that way.
Yes.
And he has the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
So the hat wouldn't have stayed like that for very long into the show.
Right?
He had the sunglasses on usually for the first 3 tunes, and then would take them off. The first 2 songs, he would have been using the double neck for Song Remains the Same, I'm Sick Again. So this is Nobody's Fault But Mine.
Okay. Next.
Okay, the white pimp suit. This is 73, and that's a great shot because you can really see the flame in the Les Paul. This is probably the opening number. He's doing rock and roll, probably starting the solo in rock and roll because his hair's not wet. He's still got the top button buttoned. He looks clean and perfect, like he just arrived at the show. And
like
I'm
the guitar
guessing,
god that he is.
Like the guitar guy that he is. And I'm guessing that's Pittsburgh. He only wore that white suit for a handful of shows. And I think that's Pittsburgh, Three River Stadium. That would be July 23rd. Because of the white pimp suit.
But
the
you
white
said
outfit.
he wore it in like 6 shows.
Yeah, a few, a
So
handful
how do
of
you
shows.
know it was that one versus one of the
I don't
others?
know. That
You're
is a
guessing.
guess. That I'm guessing. They're all guesses.
Oh, I have to cover up part of this.
I already know. Don't bother. I already know it. It's Milan, Italy, July 3rd, 1971. Obviously doing Dazed and Confused.
How do you know that? Oh,
because
it's
it's
the
got
bow.
the bow.
Yeah,
But also that Page's tartan pants are a giveaway for that show with the red vest. Plant only wore that top for a few shows. But also I've seen a bunch of pictures from the show. The people right at the stage and right on the stage, that was a little bit of a chaotic show that ended in a police riot because they put tear gas at the back of the hall because people were getting rowdy and stuff. They never played Italy again. But yeah, Milan, I think July 3rd, 71. Dazed and Confused. Okay, I believe, this is tough. He's obviously doing White Summer, Black Mountainside.
obviously.
I think 1969 as opposed to 70 because for Well, wait. I'm going to go early 1970.
This is the same show, right?
Those are probably the same show, yeah. I'm going to go early 1970. Those crushed velvet sort of pink pants. He wore those for about a year.
A year too long, some would say.
starting in around June '69. So that's I'm thinking Europe, like Hamburg or Berlin or something in summer of '70. I think '70. So I'm going with.
I just like that picture. You can't really tell anything.
Well, you can tell he's doing White Summer because that's the only one he used that electro on for that tour.
Anyway.
But yeah, so
That's just a good picture.
This is the Return to the Clubs tour in 1971. So this would be March of '71, probably Southampton Refectory, Southampton University. March. I don't know what date it is. Hard to tell what song, although I'm going with Dazed and Confused because you can barely see Jonesy's hand in there on the left side near Plant's elbow playing bass. So it's a song you'd be doing bass on. It's not Since I'm Loving You. It's not Thank You. Obviously not Stairway because of the Les Paul. You can see that the way to tell these, one is because you can see it's a tiny place. There's like almost like a fireplace in the back there. So it's a really weird little student union kind of. But again, that was the tour in the first quarter of '71, March-ish, when they were doing Return to the Clubs and playing smaller places, and it was a disaster. Okay, that's 1971. Jimmy's wearing a Zoso sweater. So I'm going to go with Copenhagen, probably May 4, 1971. Hard to say what song they're doing, but I would say by Jimmy's hair, which looks to be still dry, this is probably Immigrant Song, opening number of the night. A great photo from the worst gig they ever did. Greensboro, North Carolina, January. Oh, the date of. Sorry. Yeah, I think it was still January of '75. But generally agreed as sort of that one in Tulsa '77. Those are sort of rock bottom in terms of performance. But Plant was sick. Jimmy still had his broken or sprained finger, whatever it was, from the start of the tour. So that was in the first couple of weeks of the tour, and they were rough in that stretch. But probably doing rock and roll to start the show. Again, he doesn't look too sweaty or anything. Looks like Frampton in that picture if you put
blonde
pink hair on it.
A little bit.
And probably when it goes, and he does that thing, that flourish. You can see it in Songwriter's Name. He used to do that thing with his arm when it got to the last verse. When it got to the last verse of rock and roll, so that's probably what he's doing there. Okay. It's got the green Ludwig kit.
It's got a very well placed patch.
It is, well, it's the look at my crotch patch.
No kidding.
So this is, I believe, 1972. It would be America. Because Jimmy wore that top also on the '73 tour, but he's wearing jeans with it. So when you see, if you see him wearing jeans and that top, it's '72. Plus, that was sort of the outfit that Jonesy wore, '72. Plant wore that same shirt on the '73 tour, but I'm thinking this is '72. Hard to tell what song.
Plant really liked this shirt because I saw him wearing this when I was looking for pictures in a ton of photos.
Well, I mean, that's the shirt he wears for a lot of the '73 tour, but in the Songwriters the Same film, he wore that, so it's sort of a well-known shirt. But I know there are people who can tell by the drum kit whether this is '72, '73. So I think it's '72.
Okay.
We'll
find out in the comments,
it would be
won't
like
we?
June. Another '72.
That might be the same show or the same
picture.
Year.
Not the same show because Jonesy's got a different outfit on, but definitely '72. Hard to say what song. Maybe Over the Hills or something. Hard to say. But that would be summer '72.
And then this, I think, is also the same, but he's wearing...
No,
that's
73, and that's a still from The Song Remains the Same movie, Madison Square Garden, probably July 27th, 73. This is actually a real... There's a lot of that movie was shot at Shepperton Film Studios a year later or a few months later. This is the real, because you can see in the background there's hangers on at the side of the stage, there's stuff. So that's the real Madison Square Garden show that they used for the movie. Actual footage. Okay, that is, I believe, Alexandria Palace, December 1972, London, England. I don't know. Well, actually, is that is that London? It's Ali Pali. December, I think it's like the 26th of December, 72. Go back. Probably, since Plant looks to be clapping, I'm guessing it's Branya Stomp, which they might have been doing then. Either that or... No, they weren't. I don't think they were doing That's the Way at that show. So that's probably Branya Stomp. And it was weird because I think that was the only acoustic tune they did. They didn't have a full acoustic set. They would just do Branya Stomp and then go on. That is 1970 in that KB Holland in Copenhagen. So... what month in 70? May/June. And what song are they doing? Hard to know. Maybe Dazed and Confused. Hard to say what they're playing. But you can tell what arena it is by the thing behind the stage. There's that well-known Deep Purple show from 72, shot in black and white. It's a full show. It's the same arena, same hall, not an arena. That, of course, is Earl's Court, May 75. I don't know which show. There are people who can tell you based on which blouse, and it was a blouse, Plant was wearing, which show it is. I'm not that technical, but I'm going to go with May 23rd, 24th.
Everything about this.
Well, no, just because I told you that I know everything.
It doesn't make it true.
It doesn't make it true. But that is May 75, Earl's Court, London. Oh, and can you tell what song they're doing? Can't really, but I'd go with Dazed and Confused or something. Next. That is a great picture, too.
Is that the same?
Same show? Yep.
All right. That's a good picture.
And maybe, Black Dog during the Encore or something.
This one.
That is Day on the Green, Oakland, July 77. They played the 23rd and the 24th. Jimmy wore the dragon suit for one show, and in the other show he wore sort of... It was a weird outfit. It was one they never...
Dragonish?
No, it was a totally different thing. But I think he wore the pants from the Nazi suit. And like a white shirt, and then had a black shirt that he wore over it. And then this one is weird because he wears the black dragon suit, which he only wore a few times. Those are famous pictures because they're Earl's Court and everything, but he didn't wear it all that much as a complete suit. But he had a black T-shirt underneath it, which was a weird thing. But it's a daytime show, you can see that. This is the Nurses Do It Better shirt that Plant wore. I think the first day he wore the dragon outfit, so I think that... And it looks to be... Jonesy looks to be on the keyboards back there, so I'm thinking that's Trample Underfoot.
Is there a picture with Plant holding a dove?
Yes.
Is he wearing the Nurses Do It Better shirt?
No, he's wearing that blue one that you just pointed out.
Gotcha.
That's Kezar Stadium, June 73.
Is this the same?
Another Earl's Court, yep. And I can't tell if Jonesy's on... Is he playing keyboards in the background there? I can't tell.
I don't know.
But yeah, that's Earl's Court, 75. Another Earl's Court, 75.
One? Okay.
When you see that top and that bottom...
Well, that's why I grouped them together.
That dragon top bottom. The other thing is he wore it like at one of the Landover shows at the Capitol Center in 77. He wore that black hat. He wore it at one of the Forum shows in 77. But he didn't... It wasn't one of his. It wasn't his regular thing. Sometimes he'd wear those pants with a different top. Sometimes he'd wear. It was weird.
Next.
That is not even a Led Zeppelin picture. I don't.
I
Oh, wait,
tricked you.
wait! Stop! If that is Zeppelin, it's one of the very earliest U.S. shows, like Whiskey a Go Go in January of '69. But I don't think he was wearing love beads, even in the early stages of it. But I think that's a Yardbirds shot from '68. Yeah, unless it's the first U.S. tour in '69. That looks to be That's the Way in the acoustic set, because I think he's doing that chord. Of course, I'm not tuned open to you. And that would be, I believe, L.A. Forum, September 4th, 1970, the famous Blueberry Hill show. First off, that's not Led Zeppelin, but it is that O2 show. I was at December 10th, 2007. Since I'm going to go with Black Dog, Jimmy still got the sunglasses on, and that was early in the set. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking Black Dog. Okay. 75, January.
How do you... Okay.
And probably, I think I'm going to go with Market Square Arena, Indianapolis, and what is that, the 17th of January, 75. Hard to say what song, but they all look pretty well groomed. Jimmy's hair is not sweated up, so that's probably rock and roll to start the show.
Same show?
Possibly. I think that's the same show, yeah. I mean, he wore
That's
that,
a good picture
that
of him.
shirt.
He looks happy.
He looks happy all the time on stage. What do you mean? He's a happy guy. That's probably, probably the same show.
I just think
even a monkey can play the guitar.
This picture needs an explanation.
It says 1971 up there in the corner. It's not. That's 1969 clearly, and it would be after May of '69.
Why do you know it's 69 and not 71?
Well, because for starters,
because
Plant didn't look like that in
yeah.
71. He's a baby there. You can see that's one of the early ones. But also, that's a Les Paul that the monkey's playing or eating, and Jimmy didn't start using that till early May of '69. It would have been the Telly if it was.
Why the
than
monkey?
That. They're backstage. And I'll bet you, if you really look at that flag in the background, that says California, backwards on it. So maybe that's like San Bernardino or something, 69.
They had monkeys backstage just for fun?
that was their drug supplier. The monkey.
What? Stop. It's their monkey butler.
You've heard of all the crazy backstage stuff that happened at a Led Zeppelin gig. Typical. A lot of them involved animals. Not a Led Zeppelin shot.
It's not a good picture.
And it's that's 1995 on the unleaded tour, and he's doing a D chord. So maybe Thank You or one of those songs they did toward the end of the show. Aha! Another 73.
That's the shirt he's wearing when he's holding the dove.
Correct.
Got it.
And this is probably a week before that. I'm gonna go with it. I can't tell from that. You can't tell from that if it's outdoors. If it's outdoors, it'd be Pittsburgh. But I think Pittsburgh, he had that red shirt on underneath it, I think. And this one, see, he would have had the white suit on. You can see the white pants. And after a few numbers, he'd take the jacket off.
Yeah,
and that was the shirt underneath it. So maybe I'm going to go with San Diego 73.
This is the last one I have.
That is, again, not Led Zeppelin.
I thought as much.
It's Jimmy playing that white custom, which he did. I think that's fairly recent. Like he did a thing where he came on and was backing up Donovan or something in the last year, the year before. But it's that clearly, because he didn't do he didn't play a white custom at the O2 show, 2, there wasn't another guitar player who was playing a Strat with him. So yeah, that's something he did more recent. So those were not really chronological. They were vaguely chronological.
Vaguely.
Sort of. So that's proving my knowledge. That was 25 minutes of utter boredom for 99% of it. But for you Zeppelin freaks who want to test yourselves, and also in the comments, the ones I got wrong or the details I got wrong, if you know them, post them in there, and we'll see who gets them right. Happy 2020.
Happy 2020.
From both of us. Good luck.